All right, here we go. Can we get the turn 3 one shot? Golding Tarn, Mountain. So we're going to cast the Thrones. We know what we're going to hit. That's not a problem. So we hit Creativity, cast this, and hopefully reveal an Emrakul here. Oh my god, it's 15 damage. And there you go. Turn 3, one-shot our opponent. The spiciest deck in Modern. Yeah, I'm not joking. This isn't just clickbait. The spiciest deck in Modern that I've ever seen. I'm officially declaring this the spiciest deck I've ever seen. Turn 3 kills, potentially even turn 2 kills, but more importantly, 38 lands. So if you've not heard of the card Calibrated Blast, well, let me introduce you to it. 3 mana instant, reveal the top card of your library until you reveal a non-land card, and then whatever its CMC is, you can deal to any target. So you reveal an Emrakul, that's 15 damage. You reveal this big old worm, that's also 15 damage. Shadow of Mortality, yeah, you get the picture, 15 damage. So you play 4 Calibrated Blast, you basically play nothing else, and then you just assume that you hit one of your 16 big cards and not one of your 6 small cards, and you basically just one-shot your opponent. Yes, it's 15 damage, but it's Modern. You're going to fetch, you're going to shock, you're going to play your Sun-Scorched Desert and ping your opponent for 1. You're going to play... This deck is so ridiculous. This is not a brew of mine. I found this online. And I saw someone has been like genuinely getting results with it. Like not top 8s, but big events. They were coming like 16th. And the deck is it's just hilarious. So as you can see, all the fetches and the shocks and the triumphs and everything you got down here on the left. You got a little bit of Surveil going on. You've got some Triomes. The Triomes go with the Surveil lands, so you can hardcast your Dracos if things go badly. You can also hardcast a Shadow of Immortality. And then you've got a bunch of other stuff. You've got a load of deserts. Deal your opponent 1, deal your opponent 1, deal your opponent 2. Get them down to 15, and then bam. Calibrated Blast on turn 3. But it can be turn 2. We've got Gemstone Caverns in the deck. If your opponent does like a fetch and a shock or a little something like that, you play a Sun-Scorched Desert or whatever, you can literally get turn 2 kills. Turn 3 more realistic, as you'll see in the gameplay. This deck is insane. We've got a little bit of utility as well with a 1-off Boseiju, 2 Sokuzens, just to get in a little bit more damage. I think more relevant is its blockers. That just buys you an extra turn, and a 1-off Boseiju to get around those pesky counter spells. And the other card is Throes of Chaos. It's just 4 mana Cascade. That's it. It doesn't actually do anything, but it has Retrace. So you pay 4 mana, you always cascade into Calibrated Blast, and then that means you've only got 1 Throes of Chaos and 3 Calibrated Blasts in your deck, which means you've only got 4 cards against 16 of the big old chunky boys, and then you hit your opponent for 15. If they make you discard the Calibrated Blast, it's got Flashback. If they make you discard the Throes of Chaos, it's got Retrace. So you can get to 5 mana and still kill your opponent. The deck is gas, and if you are already not convinced, if somehow this has not already won you over, wait till you see the sideboard. We've got 1 additional Throes of Chaos, because why not? 2 Crime and Punishment, which is I want to say like a really bad board wipe, but it's still 7 mana, right? So worst case scenario, you Calibrate Blast, you dome them for 7, you're still fine with that. But if you need it, then you need it. And then unsurprisingly, a bunch more lands. So 3 more Boseiju in the sideboard. I assume that's for things like Leyline of Sanctuary. I'm not really sure what else it's in there for. Some Scavenger Grounds, which is another desert, which is very important if you're throwing lands at your opponent with Ranyanat Ruins. But it allows you to exile people's graveyards. A little bit slow, but if you need it, the option is there. And 3 more Boseiju, because we are very, very reliant on 1 spell. So we need that spell to resolve. So 3 Boseiju in the sideboard, 1 in the main deck. Really, really don't want to get countered. So yeah, the full 4 Boseiju. And then a very, very bizarre uncommon, which was not even a draft playable card from what I remember. If your opponent would, if a spell or a ability an opponent controls causes you to discard a card, you can reveal that card and put it on top of your deck. So you play this, Thoughtseize, doesn't matter. You can put your important spell back on top of your deck. They grief scam you, you don't care. It just goes on top of your deck. It's all good. Don't worry about it. So yeah, that is the deck. The gameplay of this is really, really fun. And let's just get into it because you're going to have an absolute blast. All right, game one. I guess you just keep this hand. They go first, so we can turn 3. Yeah, I guess we go ahead and keep. Like, I have no idea what to expect. So is there anything in particular we want to get rid of? Oh, I'm very excited. I've been thinking about playing this deck for a while now. I've just never had a chance to do so. Just been busy with other things. So very excited to play this. It looks like we're against potentially Amulet or red-green Scapeshift. I think we just want to go with the District here. I say that like I know what I'm looking for. I have no idea what we're looking for. Do we want that? I don't think so. Let's just go ahead and bin it. Yeah, I think we basically are just planning to go land pass, and eventually cast a Thrones of Chaos. There's nothing else we do really, right? This deck is kind of on autopilot. Is this red-green Scapeshift? Steve? Is this going to be Steve? That's not Steve. I think Steve is probably a bit outdated now. That's a Secura Tri-Builder for anyone that didn't play back in the day when Steve was played in the Scapeshift decks. I guess we just play the desert. Oh, you can go to Planeswalkers. Let's go. I never even realized. Yep, that's how it works. Oh, we could have channeled this because we have a legendary land. Is that how this works? Each legendary creature you can try. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this looks like red-green Scapeshift to me. Come on, fetch. Okay, all right. 15 is the magic number because we can one-shot from 15. We can't one-shot from 16, I don't think. I'm pretty sure Emrakul is like the biggest thing in Modern. Yeah, sure. You got a dude. That's fine. Get your land back. That is fine too. All right, here we go. Can we get the turn 3 one-shot? Golding Tarn. And Mountain. So we're going to cast the Thrones. We know what we're going to hit. That's not a problem. So we hit Creativity, cast this, and hopefully reveal an Emrakul here. What did we reveal? I don't care. I'm going to go straight to the dome. Oh my god, it's 15 damage. And there you go. First game ever with the deck. Turn 3, one-shot our opponent. I think this is going to be a fun video. I mean, we're against Scapeshift, so what do we change? I guess we want the Passages to blow up the Dryad in response. And what do we not want? Sokazen feels a bit weak. And is there anything else? We don't need the protection Passage. And they're not going to make us discard. They're not using their graveyards as far as we're aware. Yeah, I think we're good with this. Let's run that back. Oh my god, this is insane. Whoever came up with this is just a genius. Because it's Modern, right? People are going to fetch, they're going to shock. They're going to do all that stuff. It's only got 2 lands, but it has got the Calibrated Blast, so I guess we just keep. Oh, what am I talking about? We're running 38 lands. We'll hit our land drops, no problem. It does suck that we have 2 Emrakuls in our hand, though, so that does mean that we're very unlikely to one-shot them with the Emrakul. Oh, no, we've got the whatever the hell you call that abomination. Auto. Yeah, I don't know. But there's a worm and there's also 15. So I guess there is actually quite a few ways we can do it. Oh, of course, and the shadow is also 15. Okay, same start as last time for our opponent. Go ahead and ping our opponent for 1 here. Opponent plays a mountain, and are they just going to pass? Oh, okay. Very strange opening for our opponent, and we've only drawn spells. How have we done that? There's only there are so few spells in this deck. How many spells have we got in here? 38. So what? 22 spells in our deck, and we're only drawing spells. That's kind of worrying. Opponent just again plays a land and passes, and we are missing our land drop. What is going on? I guess we put an Emrakul back in our deck. That seems pretty good. And then we can go ahead and discard this, and then this, and then eventually, if we still draw nothing, we'll just shuffle them all back in. But yeah, wild that we haven't drawn a land here. We've even got the Calibrated Blast ready. I don't really know what on earth is our opponent doing? Just playing lands and passing? Are they just missing a green source? What's going on? Okay, let's just continue discarding big dudes. What a wild game. And they have the ring. Okay, sure. Fortunately for us, we don't really care if they draw a bunch of cards. Because whatever they do, as long as they can't fog again, we can probably go over the top. It's, I guess, if they eventually just one-shot us with Scape Shift, but I think we're way off that, considering they have no green sources. End of turn Boltface. You got it. This ring is actually going to do work for us here, because we need to get him to 15, and apparently we're not drawing lands that help us do that. Okay, so if they don't have another ring here, we do potentially just have... Okay, they're chaining them. That's fine. They're going to have to chain them every single turn, though, because eventually we're going to get them. Scalding Tarn, sure. And I guess we just pass. Wait a minute. Desert. Oh, we could hardcast a Draco. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So what are we missing? Red, green. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's. I was not expecting to do this today, but we're actually going to be hardcasting some creatures as well. A Sign of Draco in play. Let's go. Opponent's down to 16, and I assume they're just digging for more rings and things. I don't know how they're going to one-shot us with a bunch of mountains. What are they doing? I can't even think of any red interaction that's not like... I mean, obviously there's Deflecting Palm, but they've got no white currently. And I haven't seen any white in their deck. Okay, Stomping Ground. Down to 13, so that's... Oh, okay, so they're doing some Aspiring Spike shenanigans. Whenever you commit a crime, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a land from them into the battlefield tapped. Put the rest onto the bottom of your library in a random order. This ability only triggers once per turn. You got it. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this works. 1, 2, 3. Calibrated Blast. Target the opponent. How much damage? Oh, it's only 3. We must have found one of the very few other options, which is more Calibrated Blasts. Very unfortunate. But we also do get to bop our opponent here for a bit. Wait, are we scared of just dying to Valakuts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if they play another Valakut and then activate and find a mountain, they can deal 6, 7, 8, 9 from itself. Then we'd be down to 5. Yeah, I don't see any reason to attack. I think we're more likely to lose than we are to kill them with the Draco. Oh, we get to exile a card. Wonderful. So they've got like the minor engine going. Oh, they made us get rid of it. The flashback is 5, so yeah, we could potentially have drawn another land. What is our opponent going to do that's scary? It's just Scapeshift, right? I need to look up this deck list. Obviously, this, if you haven't seen, this is an aspiring Spike brew, I believe. This card is like shot up in value. I mean, I don't think it's worth that much, but it went from like a bulk rare, I think. Okay, so there's the second Valakut. And now they hit us for 6. And then that's going to trigger the Valakut, which then means they get to commit another crime. And then they get to put another land into play. So, yes, we would have been dead if I'd attacked. So they're going to get another land, and presumably that will be a mountain. Did they whiff? I don't think they got anything. Okay, so now they can sack. So they are playing Steve. And go get another mountain. Deal us 6. And we're on 2. That's not 0. Have they got Bolt? Yeah, so glad I did not attack here. But they must... Oh, they've just got another Steve. Okay. You got it, opponent. I don't know how we missed on drawing lands for so long. Now we're on the play, so we bring in the Soaker's Ends and take out some gemstones. And anything else? They're not going to make us discard. I guess we can bring this in and cut another gemstone. Like, gemstone doesn't really do anything. I guess even scavenging grounds is better. Scavenger grounds. Yeah, let's give this a go. I think we just got unlucky there. Definitely want to go first. And yeah, this looks fine. It's not very quick. But it's fine. We've got the card that we need in our opening hand. Let's just deal our opponent 1 and pass. Opponent leads off with a Surveil land. These lands are so good in Modern. I mean, they're good in every format pretty much. I don't think anyone really anticipated them being as powerful as they are. Like everywhere I heard was like, yeah, some decks might play one. I was like, no, no, no. You play them in pretty much everything that can. It's just so good. Deal our opponent another 1. Just need another land drop. And hopefully we can close the game out very quickly. Because if our opponent gets a ring in play, that's where things start to get a little bit tricky. For drawing the game out. Oh, we've actually drawn a Calibrated Blast. That is so lucky. What is the revealed card? Shadows of Immortality. Nice. So we hit our opponent here down to, what, 5? No, down to 3? Wild. So, yeah, if we draw an untapped land, we can just kill them next turn. They do play forests. Okay. Sure. It's gone. We don't really care because we've got 2 more in our hand. We just need to find a untapped land, which again shouldn't be difficult with a 37 lands in our deck now, minus the 3 that we've drawn. But so we're very, very likely to find a land here. Opponent plays the Dryad. They're going to play another land, I would assume. They do. Come on, deck. Don't fail us now. Any land that's untapped is incredible. Okay. I guess we pass. This is wild. I can't believe this has happened twice in a row. If we can just fade the ring for a turn, that'd be great. Come on. We might just be dead then. This is sadly sorcery, as is... Okay, Calibrated Blast is instant. So if we draw another Calibrated Blast, we can still win here. I guess we play it, but it's not going to deal any damage to anyone. I'm not really sure what we're scared of. I guess more Valakuts. Like, our opponent could very easily kill us here, but they've only got 3 cards in hand, so... They go Valakut, that'll deal 6. And then Fetch, that's another 6. And then play another land. Well, they're thinking, so that's very good news for us. And even if, I've just realized, even if we didn't have these in hand, the Ranyanap Ruins would now be lethal next turn if we draw another land, because it deals 2. They're drawing from the ring. That seems like a desperation move, which I kind of like. That makes me feel like we're a little bit safer. Stomping Ground tapped. Okay, that's definitely a good sign for us as well. Another ring. Okay. That's frustrating. But as I said, an untapped land and we can just kill them during their upkeep. Are we supposed to be dealing ourselves damage here to try and get this out? I don't think so, but that is something to consider. Yeah, I think that is just game. So if we put the... Ooh, if we put a stop during their upkeep, I think we just win. Red, red. Let's go all red. We'll sack a green one. Not that it matters. Do you have a way to gain life? I don't think so. There we go. First ever round with this deck, and it seems pretty good. I almost want to say I want to play more lands, but 38 lands is probably sufficient. Yeah, deck is very, very funny to play. Even our opponent put in chat a smiley face when we one-shot them in game 1. This is going to be a wild league, I think. Let's go to the next one. All right, round 3, and whoa, what's happening? Our opponent is on the play. This does not have a burn spell, so we're going to send it back. This hand does also not have a burn spell, so I guess we send it back. Oh dear. We'll go one more, I guess. There we go. Keep. And we're down to 4, so 1, 2, 3. No, I guess we go these 3. No. Let's get rid of this, and this. Yeah, that seems better. Then we just have more damage. Oh, please do not fetch Shock Thoughtseize. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, no. That's even worse. I don't think mathematically we can get to 5 in time. Oh, I guess we could just draw another one. If that has to be quicker. So they're going to hit us. It's what, 5 times to kill us? It's just if they have another threat, then it takes an entire turn off. Hopefully they have nothing to follow up with, and we might just draw out of it. Okay, we've got a couple of turns here. Yeah, we've got a lot more time than I thought, actually, because we can cycle this as well and try and find a land. I guess we use this in Surveil, that's more efficient. And commercial district is fine. I don't think it makes any difference. These can block, right? They can, but I mean, they're just going to fatal push or kill one in response, right? Oh, maybe that fetch was wrong, actually, because that makes us dead to bolt. Okay, I think we have to keep that and use them as blockers. Just to double check, it is 5. Yeah. So yeah, just before, once they've attacked, we'll discard this, make 2 dudes, double block. Or if they bolt something, then that's 1 less bolt going at us. And they're letting us go to blocks, which is really, really good news. That worked out very, very well. And we get to give it a go. Oh no, I've played the... Oh, we can't play it now. We don't have the mana. Oh, that is so frustrating. Alright, well, I guess we play this and hope they don't have a bolt still. There's their second land. They're passing. Okay. Alright, we've got a game on our hands. And I guess I should have gone for the red-black land in hindsight now. That's, I guess, something worth learning. I can't imagine a way they can excel our graveyard instant speed. Or no, I mean, we have priority, actually, so that doesn't matter. Come on, deck, be kind to us. 3 damage. Oh my god, I should have just killed the grief. I just get too excited and click on our opponent's face. Yeah, that's us dead. Well, that was very unfortunate. In this matchup, this is where you want the academies. If you guys are not familiar, it says, if a spell or an ability an opponent controls causes you to discard a card, you may reveal that card and put it back on top of your deck. So that would have been really handy in this game. So we want all of those. And I guess we want the thrones because of that as well. All of the discard they've got. And we can cut all the gemstones. And the last card I don't think really matters. A Scalding Tarn will be fine. Alright, we definitely want to go first. And we've got the Academy. And we've got the Calibrated Blast. Oh, couldn't have sculpted a better hand if we wanted to. That's it. We've completely destroyed this matchup by the Academy and the Calibrated Blast. Whoever came up with this sideboard plan also must have been doing some bizarre searches online. If they're smart here, they can make us discard the Emrakul and shuffle our deck. Yeah, so what they want to do is choose Calibrated Blast. That goes on top. I guess we can then choose to put the Emrakul on top as well, so that doesn't mess us up. Yeah. And then again, we're just going to put it back on top. Because then we know that in 2 turns we're going to draw the right card. Play the Ruins and pass. Opponent getting in really quick with the beats. Doing the scam both games is pretty crazy. Alright, I think we just send it here. Alright, let's see what we get and then decide where to shoot it. Sign of Draco. Well, I guess we go face. And now we just need to draw another land. I think we've got this. This is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. The Clock of a Grief is just absolutely crazy. Yeah, Fable's fine. Gonna have to draw a land within the next 2. Oh, wow. Sometimes you just get there, I guess. I mean, we can still miss, but it's quite unlikely. What do we got? Reveals Thrones of Chaos, 4 damage. We're going to have to go Grief here, unfortunately. Oh, what a shame. But that's okay. We're still 1 land away from just finding, being able to flash these back. Unless they have Graveyard Hate, but normally Scam plays Leyline of the Void. Which obviously won't work now, because these are already in the graveyard. Any untapped land is really good news, and I guess more Calibrated Blast would also work, and more of the Cascader. So there's got to be like 15 plus draws here that just win the game. Opponent chooses not to discard. Wow, their hand must be stacked. Are they going to hardcast a Grief here or something? I can't imagine what would make them not discard. Like, what could they possibly have? Blood Moon. That's actually in favor for us. Because now lands that come into play tapped come into play untapped. Unfortunately, opponent, I think you've actually just given us more of a chance to win. Wait, no. Oh, they've got... Okay, never mind. They're going to make the... They've turned this off now. So it's a mountain. And now the Emrakul is going to go into the graveyard. Okay, our opponent didn't mess up. I just didn't expect them to have another grief scam. Yeah, and then that shuffles our deck in. Very unlikely that we win from this. Alright, well, we got a blocker. Or 2 blockers. We buy ourselves 1 extra turn. Come on. We've got one draw step, and we might actually we could still pull this off. It's very unlikely though. Yep, that's fair. All right. Well, the Blood Moon was incredibly clutch there, turning the Academy off. Really well played to our opponent by seeing that line. Yeah. Absolute wild game. That was full of emotions. I think that was a very, very close game. But yeah, I guess we go on to the next one. Okay, it's the final round, and we're currently 1-3. So I want to make this at least a 2-3. I think that the deck has been like super, super good. Yeah. So I think we can at least do a 2-3. I think we've been very unlucky with some of our rounds, like coming down to like just 1 life, for example. So close. Obviously, we're just going to have to keep mulliganing at this rate. Opponent is deciding what they want to do. Okay, well, we don't have a choice. All right, here we go. 2 cards to the bottom. Emrakul and... Well, we're on the play, so I guess we put the gemstone back. Ping our opponent for 1 and pass the turn. We've got 1, 2, 3 damage, so all we need from them is 2 fetch lands or a single shock land. Okay, 2 damage down, 3 to go. Oh no. Okay, I thought we were about to get scammed again. Oh, that's a really good draw. So even if we had have got scammed, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. So their opponent is not going to Thoughtseize us here, because otherwise they would have done that main phase, I would assume. And they just pass the turn. Alright. Can we do it again? Come on, let's go for the turn 3 kill. Wait, I think we're supposed to wait in case they end of turn fetch shock, right? Because if they shock, then Sign of Draco still kills them. Okay, that's much better. Now we can do it, and it's a lot safer. Oh, we revealed another Calibrated Blast. Oh, that sucks. Alright, well, I guess we kill this. So for a few guys that didn't just see what happened, they just used Unholy Heat on their own creature here to try and get Delirium quicker. Yeah, not quite sure why they did that. They must really, really need their graveyard for something. Maybe Tasica or something. That was wild. Ah, their Death Shadow. Okay, that makes more sense. to play both. Okay. Well, I guess we play the... Ooh, what land do we play? 8 doesn't make a difference for us. Wait. I don't think it does. Let's go ahead and play this. And I think we're just going to pass the turn. Maybe there is some way that our opponent is going to try and one-shot us. And then our Calibrate Blast becomes online. Okay. So swing for, what are these? 5s. So if you fetch shock, that makes them 8 and 8 is 16. So that's not enough. Opponent's definitely got something. They're thinking. I think they're trying to work out how close do they want to go to the fire. I think if I was in their shoes, I'd probably just assume that our opponent doesn't have anything, because I don't think you can beat a Calibrate Blast in this situation if you have absolutely nothing. Oh, I've paid too much mana for my Calibrate Blast. What do we got? Come on, show me something big. Are you kidding? It's another Calibrated Blast. Okay, I guess we go to our opponent, put them to 5. And surely this one is enough to kill our opponent now. The likelihood of this not killing our opponent is wild. Okay, Sign of Draco. Jesus, that was that one we had to work for a lot more, a lot more than some of the others. In this case, we're gonna be playing against Thoughtseize, so we want the academies for sure. Do we want this just to blow up on 1? That does seem pretty good to kill all the Death Shadows. But I kind of want to one-shot them. So maybe that's not right. It's very scary, the fact that we can put our opponent down to like a low life total and not kill them. And then they just untap and just kill us very quickly because of the Death Shadows. Yeah, that's kind of concerning. So I think we're just going to go with the standard what we've got. We just need to cut some more cards. Seiju is completely irrelevant, and we'll do an Arid Mesa. I guess we could have boarded in the extra Calibrated Blast, but again, I just want to make it so that if we use it, it kills our opponent. I really do not want to put our opponent to like 4 or 5, and then they just have these absolutely monstrous Death Shadows. Santa's great. We'll go ahead and keep. Leading off with the Street Wraith, that's what I like to see. Fetch Shock, no messing around here. Are they going to do the Thoughtseize as well, straight to 13? They just pass. Okay, sure. I think we just want to play the Academy here. Opponent just goes bolt to the face. Fetch Shock again. That'll put them to 12. 12 is to the point where you can start playing Death Shadows. A Scourge. Okay, sure. And pass them back to us. I think we just play the Theatre here. We don't really want a Gemstone Cavern. We'll bin that. And as I mentioned, this is what I was scared of bringing in too many of the retrace cards, because if our opponent hits us and then we Calibrate Blast and we don't kill them, we just die on the swing back. And obviously adding another 4 mana card to the deck really dilutes the Sign of Dracos and the Emrakuls and all that. Opponents now seen our Throes of Chaos. Throes? I always thought that said Thrones of Chaos. I think we're going to put that back on top of our deck. Thank you very much. Had they have done that pre-combat, that would have been a lot better. And we'll go Mesa, fetch a mountain. We haven't seen any blue from our opponent in any of their fetches, so I'm very, very convinced that they're not on Grixis. So I don't mind not playing around Stubborn Denial or Spell Pierce or whatever. And as I mentioned, don't really want to lose to this. So in the off chance that we miss and we hit another Calibrate Blast or another Throes of Chaos, I am going to wait until after damage. Oh, wait, no, but then we need to die to Bolt. Alright, I think it makes... Let's just do it. Oh, there's Emrakul. And there we go. We finished on 2-3. Obviously not a great record. But let's go back to the deck and I will give you guys a quick run through of how the deck felt. So there we have it, guys. The Calibrated Blast deck in Modern. I don't really know what to say other than this deck is absolutely awesome. It's so much fun and you're not really doing much, but it still feels like every play is so essential because you just need to make sure that it lines up quick enough because Modern decks are so fast. If you stumble, you could very easily die. I think that the deck is significantly better than what the result would say. We finished on 2-3, but like there was one round that we lost with our opponent on with our Calibrate Blast on the stack. There was another game where we lost when we just didn't draw a land for like 5 turns in a 38. Yes, 38 lands in our deck, and we missed our land drop for like 5 turns. So I think the deck is actually a lot stronger than the result would suggest. Other than that, maybe there needs to just be an answer for Meddling Mage, because we can't beat a Meddling Mage. The thing that stands out to me would be maybe Otawara, because then it's a land, and you don't have to worry about Calibrated Blasting into an answer. Like, you don't want to use Dismember, obviously. So yeah, I think maybe some Otawara could go a long way in here. I think the mana base is quite tricky. You're basically playing Boseiju, but I assume to answer Blood Moon and things, but maybe just give up on the green and then just go blue instead for Otawara. It will probably achieve a fairly similar result. Obviously, Boseiju is quicker, but Otawara answers Meddling Mage. But yeah, other than that, deck was a lot of fun. It was really, really enjoyable. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a very wacky deck. I will try and leave in the intro the person's name who built the deck. I can't remember who it is, but they've put up quite a few good results with it. So they clearly are invested in the deck, and I kind of am too. So yeah, I'm definitely not going to be playing it at big tournaments, but I will absolutely live vicariously through online people's results with this list, because I do occasionally look it up, and it always makes me laugh when you see someone in like 23rd place or 16th place with this deck. It's very rare, but if you look up the deck on like MTG Top 8, there are some people that play this deck. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like and subscribe and do all that stuff. Very small YouTube channel over here. And I do appreciate the likes and stuff, because it does bump up the numbers for me. It recommends it to more people, all that good stuff. So yeah, if you don't mind helping me out and you enjoyed the content, that would be awesome. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see played, leave them in the comments. I would really appreciate some suggestions. It's quite hard for me to come up with different decks and see what people want to see in Modern. And also I have a question for you guys. Would you like to see Pioneer content? Because I have a bit of a brew going in Pioneer at the moment, but obviously this is almost exclusively a modern channel. So I don't know if you guys want to see that. I think that's everything. Go get your Calibrated Blasts, go get your Sign of Dracos, and I will see you in the next video.